The graphene scam, the wonder material that doesn't exist, the highly praised, or on the other hand, fear-inducing material that was supposed to change everything from car tires, airplanes, computers to condoms, but still doesn't exist, yet it's promised to finally come out every year next year. Just like Tesla, self-driving cars, like fake it, then try to make it. If it don't fit, make up some shit. Hollywood produce it and everyone believes it. Like with many miraculous technologies with graphene, you only see CGI computer-generated videos and promised applications. But no product actually use graphene. They claim to use graphene, but they don't use graphene. And we are not the only one who say this. There are many comments on graphene videos, such like this one. Okay, how long has this whole graphene hype been going on? 12, 14 years? We are all this fantastic, groundbreaking improvement on large scale in everything from insulating to black body radiators to superconductors, supercapacitators, batteries, and pills for sexual dysfunction that are supposed to be made with graphene. And it's just like quantum, AI, CERN, atoms, nano, the spikes or the 5Gs. There's a lot of bluffing or fear-mongering theories that really have anything to do with reality. Controlled opposition continue to spread the deception that graphene is everywhere and people are dying because all of it. Like the one we already exposed, like Dr. Nowak, who is supposed to be killed because he was exposing the graphene. We will come back to this. Why is the fifth column controlled opposition from Spain? What's going on there? What graphene should be? That pencils lead is not lead. What is graphite? Why graphene being so widely promoted? And then in the second part, only in audio, you will find the link below. We're going to talk about what they are most probably inducing in all this product, what people are claimed to be graphene. So you will comprehend that some part we can say on YouTube. Maybe the video will take down and will be in on the website. But there's a whole lot of part we, of course, can't talk about because you know why. So let's dive deeper a little bit this whole thing, what the people claim to be, yeah, and with this statement, we do agree. But again, in the second part, we will talk about what probably is in there. So there's a lot of images where they show, but mostly it's always CGI. They don't really show any product because, of course, it is so little, like the older atoms, like the quantum and all this stuff, and they claim that they can use it in different ways, but again, you will mostly see only CGI stuff to promote it. And again, like in the comments said, this is going on for 12, 14 years already. Therefore, people are very scared, like out of the movie and so on. But in fact, to make it, you need graphite, yeah, graphite, and they claim it is super solid and so on. But we come back more into what it is. And then you have videos like that who claim to be graphene oxide. By the way, we made already a video about it. We will also put the link below. And again, these people claim to be graphite and be used in different ways in different products. But if you look a little bit closer, then you can see graphene is not inherently magnetic. However, researchers have found a way to create magnetic properties in graphene by manipulating electronic system, controlling temperature, strain, and magnetic field, or stacking or twisting graphene sheets. These methods are still under development. Again, here you have it. Always, if you read this article, if you go all down, and we will make some examples, it's always the same. Under development may lay to potential application in spintronic and other magnetic technologies. So again, it's all in development. Fake it, then make it. And then now they claim have the first graphene semiconductor, and we already showed that they use the same arguments and so on for this supposed quantum computer. And making a conductor with it, but again, they show only like this kind of metals, but they models, and they have not really something what is really there. So watching a little bit another one where they claim to have graphene sheets. Let's start from the beginning. Here they say this is the closest thing to graphene. The closest thing to graphene. Yeah. So let's a little bit watch into these articles where they claim, come back to this one. We already made a video about from graphene, nano, Morgellon to bionic man. There's all supposed to working technologies they develop. You can search it, just graphene in the search box on the website, you will find it. We also made a video with this HOAX, who is called dead now, and many claimed he was killed because he was exposing this whole graphene. And again, they made up a lot of fantasy. They pushed him very high. He had this police invaders who came, but he never said that they didn't came for him, but they came for somebody else. And this is important to also realize that this controlled opposition, they always use this kind of hype and fear-mongering permanently to claim that this graphite is everywhere and killing people. And this is, again, is a complete distraction from what really is in there, again, in part 2. And further on, again, this Dr. HOAX, he was selling some essence with gold and different minerals inside. That was almost like, we don't remember, but it was like $2,000 a little bottle with some gold inside and so on to heal the people. And so again, this was from the beginning. We exposed this guy, we confront him, we have an interview. He invited us to come, and we challenged him over this whole scientific illusions that he was promoting. So he was largely exposed already, and many people still hyped him up as when he's reported dead after publishing video about COVID vaccine containing graphene, blah blah, and they say he was murdered because of that, because the police came one time inside. And so you have, and then also like his wife, we followed. We speak German. We know what they was talking about, and that was completely bullshit. Also, her complete show. So if he's really dead or just disappeared, whatever, we will see it. Maybe one day he will come back. And then we have this whole quinta columna, or maybe you have seen this guy, where he was everywhere in all controlled opposition, where he was invited to talk about what the thing is that, and quinta columna means fifth column. And a fifth column is a group of people who undermine a large group nation from within, usually in favor of the enemy group or another nation. So again, they put it in your face that they are controlled opposition, but many people still have deeply followed for this controlled opposition. So here's some articles we're just going to show. If you type the title, you will find them. Graphene will change the world. The boss using the super material in the global microchip war. Graphene, a true 2D form of carbon with the atoms arranged in a hexagonal structure, is mainly used to strengthen concrete or paint, but is now being touted for replacement of silicon and semiconductors. Yeah, but if you go all down the article, however, many graphene companies are struggling to generate revenues because they don't have a product and raise funding. And we already said that there is a lot of raise funding from EU in this kind of fake companies who just promote something. If they fall for it, or if this money just goes where we didn't follow that, but you can do it for yourself. However, graphene companies are struggling to generate revenues and raise funding, and some have gone under. So it's all completely promoted in a way that is not true at all. Mass producing graphene. That's my dog. I'm sorry. It may be easy to isolate little flakes of this one atom thick carbon material, but is surprisingly difficult to produce large sheets for commercial use. And again, okay, we can say this article is only from 2018, and they didn't know as much, and it's going way further. Well, let's look into other articles. But before that, we just to realize from what they claim what graphene should be. Graphene comes from graphite. Graphite is most often used as flakes or crystalline layers in metamorphic rocks such as marble sheets or gneisses. Graphite may also be found in organic ridge, scale, and coal bed. We found that in Norway, and it was impressive because you could really break it by hand. It was really soft, and you could almost look at it was not an atom thick, but this was a kind of rock we already saw and had in our hand, and definitely it's impressive. And they claim to make semiconductors with it. Magnetic stuff, it's also not used, and so on. Use graphite. So here we have to find just the thing because of the pencils. Yeah, history of the pencils. Graphite was discovered in Cumbria, North England, and beginning of the 16th centuries. Although it resembled coal, it would not burn. I did, however, prove it can be excellent marker of the skin, sheet skin. So they they used the graphite mine, and this is the mine was famous for producing graphite. Did not come from bedded shale or embedded rock, but was associated with India's introduction. Where was that? Yeah, it's just to say that there is in what they call the pencil lead. there is no lead inside. This is purely graphite. So this we all wrote with this kind of pencil. So again, this is a natural material, but now they try to transform it in a way. And here another article, of course, is some esoteric graphene market, the truth behind the myth. Of course, always sold as the truth. The sale of products taught as graphene reveals profound disconnection between marketing promise and scientific reality. These products, often described as miracle materials, turn out to be nothing more than conventional graphite upon closer inspection. Why the product sold cannot be real graphene. That's they try to sell it because the graphene had become so a huge promotion that they now try to sell it. Definition of graphene. Real graphene is said to consist of 1/9 layer structure of carbon atoms. Beyond this limit, we no longer speak of graphene, but is graphite. Commercial products often sold as powder from graphene sheets or as dispersion. These graphene products imply producing beyond the definition of graphene. They are effectively no longer graphene. Material proposition of numbers of layers. In theory, the unique properties of graphene only apply to structure with up 9 layers. Products or market contain material that do no longer meet this criteria, therefore must technically be classified as graphite. So again, you can turn it in any way you want. You find articles, the magical metal, why hasn't graphene lived up to the hype? Here again, in other I think this one, fastest computer, first graphene semiconductor paved the way. The discovery always could change computing. And this was on the 1st of April. So could what? And if you go down, the here said this discovery could change the future of electronics. For one, the new graphene superconductor could accelerate the development of quantum computer technologies again, or even quantum computing could revolutionize the world. Experts say graphene semiconductor could help overcome the many challenges of creating quantum computers. So again, this whole stuff, this promotion is always done on could and may. Scientists grow the longest carbon nanotube forest yet. And guess how long it is? It is 50 centimeters. So if the people claim they can cover all their car with it, well, they need to wait maybe some more 100 years if in any way they will try to find it. So again, of course, Musk always is on the top of the technologies. Goodbye graphene. Elon Musk introduced Graphene, the new wonder material. And we go again. Of course, but if you look at it in short, is Tesla making graphene batteries? The short answer is not yet. But there's more to the story than that. Blah, 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 blah. Always promising many things. Boron is a crystalline atomic monolayer of boron, and they just make the same shit, or claim to make the same shit with completely something different. And then you find this kind of article or patent, and we will come to it, or maybe they'll just say it. It doesn't mean if there is a patent that they also achieve to make the technology with it. And so this is with all the patents. We also show many patents and how it works, but it only means that they have the technology. One day maybe it works. So they have the idea what you could do with this kind of, but it's all theory. And yes, they can now make a graphene put a patent for graphene composite in ice-nuclein. And of course, many people talk about that now. The present innovation relates to field of cloud seeding, more particularly the present of innovation of relation to the synthesis of 3D graphene metal oxide nanostructured composite materials for ice-nuclein in cloud seeding. And also, if you look closely, and we are not saying they only use that, but mostly they use salt water. And the thing is, we agree there is a lot of pollution if you make any test of the water and so on. But this doesn't mean that this is coming from the whole cloud seeding. So also. It is only salt, it would not be the best, and it cover the sun, it also would not be the best, but it would not be that catastrophic. That's why we always need to look close. We don't say they don't put any other things in it, but it was, if they can make it cheaper, they would make it cheaper. So that's why we are saying to look closer into that whole thing. So of course, geoengineering is something that try on one side to promote to the people, and on the other side, of course, they try to hide it. So this is all we can show on this. The next part will be, as said, on the radio only. And for the ones who watching the video, you can watch the archive below. So thanks for watching.